Today we drove to the Abilene Sale Barn to have a meet and greet with a truck driver from Gatesville, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what is your name?
Warren Smith, Bubba Smith.
Bubba Smith?
Yeah.
Is that a for brother? And are you then the oldest or youngest?
I'm the youngest.
The youngest, so they call you Bubba because you're the youngest brother?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Where are you from?
Gatesville.
Gatesville, you live there?
Yes, sir.
The big town of Gatesville.
Big town.
I know Gatesville a little bit. They got TDC units there, two units there.
Yeah.
And they got that Pruitt farm
Fruit farm, yeah.
and that Shell station.
Shell station.
Yep. You drive this Peterbilt with the number 02. Does your truck have a nickname?
Yes. I call it Bucky.
You call it Bucky.
Yeah.
How do other people call it?
I don't know.
You call it Bucky, and everybody knows this is Bucky.
Everybody.
If they see you on the road.
Well, most people that I know do.
Yes. Tell me something about your truck, like the engine, the transmission, the horsepower, the wheelbase, something like that.
550 cat A-cert. Been DA-certed. It's got 13 speed, 336 rears. It could use a little help in the pulling department, but it does pretty good. Just been overhauled.
How old is it?
It's 05 model.
05 model. Did you do something in the interior, like other leather interior, like the ceiling, or like different seats, or?
It's got two different parts. Excuse the mess. It's all I've done is put a sound system in it.
And you put that thing over your shifter?
Yeah, that's just a duster. Good place to put it, I guess.
I think people are very excited if they see all those chrome buttons, especially people in Europe. They drive that like DAF and Scania and Volvo.
Yeah.
They've never, well, they've seen it, of course, but they're always wondering why so many buttons, you know.
Yeah. It's gonna get a lot more. I've only had it a year. So.
You have this truck a year. I saw you driving a white truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the greenhouse truck.
Yep. Can you tell me something about Hunt Farms? Well, what is the company you drive for? Where are they going to? You drive all over the United States, or do you go most of the time from hauling in Gatesville, bringing it to Kansas?
Most of our stuff just goes to Kansas, Oklahoma. Some here, goes up to Hereford every now and then. Most of ours straight up and down 83. And, it's just a two-truck company. Boss man drives the other when he wants to. I give him a little crap on that. I couldn't find a better person to work for. Been good to me.
How long do they exist?
I couldn't tell you that really. I don't know how long Jerry's been. I know he's been around as long as I've known him. Probably 16 years or so.
16 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he's been in the cow business all his life.
And the only thing you haul is cattle?
Yeah.
No sheep, no bacon,
Nope.
just cattle.
Just cattle. That's all.
And
that's weird.
what you do if you load them somewhere near Gatesville?
Yeah.
And you bring them to Kansas.
Yes, sir.
You're empty.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time you run empty back to Gatesville and load up another load and go back again.
Yeah. Unless I can find a load of Packer cows coming back. Most of the time he's in a hurry to get back. We got plenty to do without messing around.
And do you load in like at sales barns, or do you load in pastures?
Yeah, every now and then I'll pick up here in Eastland, and I'll go up to Graham. I use that kind of as a backhaul too.
I heard Graham is not selling bad. They're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any grain.
Always more than 1,000 head to sell in Graham.
Yeah, Graham's. They've been pretty good.
I've seen reports on Facebook. Yeah, they do pretty good sales.
Yeah. That's one of the bigger ones up there.
Yeah, we're here in Abilene at the Sale Barn. I think last week they had a 650 head. It's going downhill.
Yeah, it's going down. It's getting slow pretty good, quick.
Yeah.
Ours
But
is
it's
slow
time
down.
of the year, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's just July. It's getting hot. It's getting dry.
Yeah.
Not enough food. So
Yeah, everybody, they should have been. I don't even know what's kept them going all winter like it had. And I've stayed pretty busy, 3 or 4 a week up north. But it's the best winter I've had, and I don't know when.
Warren, I see you driving a Merit. That's in the Gold Line.
Yeah.
You like that trailer?
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite trailers. That's no particular reason. It's just the first cow trailer I pulled was Merit. I've always liked it. Pretty stout trailer.
How many trucks have you driven before? All of them. Like I seen you driving the white one for Hunt.
Yeah. Yeah. If this one goes down, I get in that one. I couldn't even count all of them I've driven.
At what age did you start driving a truck?
Legally, I started at 21.
21, out of state.
When I could start running out of state. I run it really 18 because I started right out of high school. Drove for a big farmer down in McGregor.
Was your father a truck driver also?
Yeah, well, toward the end of his life he was. He was a mechanic all his life, truck sales. I've been in trucking all my life, ever since day one. Matter of fact, I got my name off the side of a tank trailer. So.
If you could choose, if you had the money, your own operator, and you could choose whatever you wanted, are you still going to stick with Merit, or would you rather have a Wilson? And what kind, like a spread axle, or
I gotta have a brand new Merit spread axle.
a brand new Merit?
Yeah.
Gold Line?
Yeah. Gold Line.
That's the best, you think?
That's one I love.
And then the spread axle?
Yeah. I've never had a problem with it.
Why a Merit?
I just partial to them. That's the first cow trailer I ever drove was a Merit. So, I mean, I bought one. The first one I've ever drove was a Merit. The first one I bought was a Merit. And I drove spread axles, closed channels. I'd rather have a spread.
The same question. So if you had the money to buy anything what you wanted to buy, that would be a Merit Gold Line spread axle. What about the truck?
This one
You
right
drive a Peterbilt.
here.
What would you go for? The same one, or a 359 old model, or?
This one right here.
And what would you do if you had the money? Make it longer, stretch a little bit, some more chrome, or are you just satisfied what you got?
I'm pretty satisfied. I'd put a new motor in it, but I'd get rid of that Acer Cat.
This truck doesn't belong to you, does it?
No.
It belongs to Hunt Farms. You drive it.
Yeah, it belongs
So
to
you're
me.
not an owner operator.
No. I treat the truck like it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, it belongs to me.
Yeah, of course. Everybody does that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're proud of what you drive, and you keep it clean. You wash it. Okay, Warren. You've been driving since you were 21 years old. Did you start driving, hauling cattle right at that time, or did you start something else?
No, I started pulling trailer houses, as a matter of fact. Oversized 14, 16, 18 wide trailer houses.
I've done oversized, 40 months, not that long,
Yeah.
but I've done it. It's different. It's completely different than hauling a trailer like this with livestock.
Yeah. Yeah, that is different. It's a different business.
And when I was driving a dry van, I've seen these oversized loads, and I thought, I want to do that too. But it looks better than the job actually is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's hard work,
A lot of
loading, putting the chains on,
Yeah.
strapping it down, and then the driving, of course, you have to pay more attention to other truck drivers also.
Yeah.
So you done oversized, you done something else also?
Yeah, I pulled a box, pulled a reefer, flatbed, grain wagon. I pulled a grain wagon for a long time.
I got some money on here. I can score on it.
Shoot, I don't know what else. I pulled a tanker full of water for a while. Farm use. That's about it. Besides trailer houses.
How long have you been hauling cattle?
Oh, 20 years.
20 years? And why cattle? Why do you want to do this?
I just love being around them. I mean, I've always had a passion for cattle.
So why do you want to haul cattle and not anything else like a dry van where it's way easier? You go to a warehouse, they load you, they unload you. You drive a truck, you go from one point to another point.
Yeah.
That's way easier.
Yeah, but
And maybe if you were an owner operator, maybe you would make maybe a little less money, but it's way easier job. So why cattle?
people
The people you deal with,
I deal with.
the ranchers, the loaders, the
Feed
buyers, the
yards,
sellers.
They're when you drive up and load a cattle on, there's nobody that's not happy to see you. I mean, they want the cattle there. Warehouses, you go sit there for a day and a half, waiting to unload. They don't care. And I just like dealing with people. You don't find a better caliber people. Backbone of the country.
So if I would ever want to be a truck driver again, you know, I've been a truck driver for 20 years in Europe.
Yeah.
I've never hauled livestock because I always thought I can't do it. I cannot bring cattle from a sale barn to a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. It's too much. I love to eat them,
Yeah.
but to bring them to a slaughterhouse, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
But y'all don't bring them to slaughterhouse. Most of the time you bring them to feedlots or to pastures where they can eat more and grow fatter and
Yeah.
for the steaks and the hamburgers.
Yeah, that's all we do. Other than old Holsteins, go to the kill plant. They're born looking for a place to die too.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do anything else now. I don't think I could. I've tried. I tried to go back to a dry van. It just didn't work.
Didn't work.
Once this gets in your blood, you're done.
That's good. That's a good thing because we need people like you. We should need more people like you because when we go and when we look around on our Facebook page, Out of Cattle Trucks, we see that many people ask, how do I become a cattle hauler?
Yeah.
But actually I think you have to be a little bit farmer yourself to haul the cows because otherwise you'll never get it.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a carpenter, you can never be a truck driver.
Yeah.
Because you have to get it in your blood. You don't learn it you have to be it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same with cattle. If you've never dealt with cattle, it's very hard to haul cattle.
Yes, it is. I mean, best way I can tell you to get into it easy. Go get you a handful of marbles and put them in your mouth. Go to the sale barn, go to work. Every time you load a load, spit a marble out. When you lost all your marbles, then you can be a cow.
So you're more like the old school truck drivers. You're
Yeah.
a little bit older already. What would you tell the younger generation that do have the chance to haul the cattle? We know this guy Roger Wiley just retired. He gave his truck to a young kid. What kind of advice would you give him?
Get you a good pair of shin guard. So, I don't know. You're gonna get hurt doing this. It don't matter.
I think it's the same what Pete Robinson told me. You got to question, ask them,
Yeah.
and don't be smart as you know everything better.
Yeah.
That's what most of the young people do, but
But there are older guys out there that's gonna be a smart ass too.
exactly, yep.
So, I mean, there's that on both sides. You know, you got guys out here, and I'll help somebody as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know all the answers, but if I know people that know answers. So
Yep.
all it takes is a phone call. I've done it when I started picking up sale barns, and I was on the phone plenty. Yeah, I got now where I can load the truck over the phone myself.
Yeah, because it's not just open that door and push the cows in the trailer. You have to know where to put them, especially if you have more loading places. You have to know where you put these cows and where to put these cows, and
Put the ladder on top. Start. Say you got to go to 2 stops. You put the last stop in the nose, and then the nose in the bottom, and everything else goes on top. However you do it, however many you got.
and you learn that by doing that.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I've laid 2 of these over. So.
You did?
Yeah.
You had 2 accidents?
Yeah, it don't feel good.
You were younger then?
One of them was
Unexperienced?
no, no. The last one I knew better, but I did it anyway. I went to sleep right south of town, like here in Coleman.
Are you still driving?
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, I crossed over 3 lanes and down in the ditch. When I woke up, I drove it back up. Been raining. Had the right front tire back on the highway on the W9 Kenworth, and it was slid and it caught a culvert. Slapped it over on the trailer, turned over, and the truck stayed up. I wound up in the passenger side floorboard with a dislocated thumb from holding on the steering wheel. Yeah, it's not a fun ride.
Nope.
It hurts.
Yeah, I had one big wreck. I rear-ended another truck. I was very unexperienced, and I think I fell asleep too, or I fell asleep with my eyes open, like staring.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that other truck was doing like 25 miles an hour, and I was doing about 60 miles an hour, and I rear-ended without slamming my brakes. It's not a good experience. It's a good experience and not a good experience. You pay more attention to what you do, and if you start blinking your eyes, that you stop sooner.
Yeah. My deal was like that. I couldn't say no. I know how to say no now.
My was exactly the same problem.
Yep.
Exactly. What do you think the direction of the cattle trucking industry is going to? The future, within now and 15 years from now? Do you think it's still going to be the same, or is it going to change a lot? Do you see changes already?
I see a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of changes in this industry the last 20 years. I think you're going to see electronic loggers in the trucks.
What do you think about that?
I don't like it. But personally, I don't like it at all.
You think it's going to work for the cattle industry?
I really don't think so. I don't think it could. You know, the way it is right now, they give you the 3 extra hours before and after, you know. And when you get loaded, they give us an extra 172 miles. So, and from where we are down here going up, that's good. You know, you get almost back down here. Some of them can get down here, but I think it's gonna get worse. I really do. You're seeing a lot of old school drivers, older guys like me, getting out. They don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. I done said, if I put one in here, I'm done. I had 2 of my own. I told them, when I started coming in, I got rid of them. Of course, one got wrecked, and I sold those. I don't mess with it. You can't hardly make any money now. as it is without having to do that. Be done with it.
So if you would win a lot of money in one of the lotteries that you see down the road, I saw the Powerball, I think they just won it.
Yeah.
It's back to 53 million. Well, if you would buy that ticket and you would win the 53 million, I mean, it's enough for me to survive.
Yeah.
What, would you be still a truck driver if you would win a lot of money? Let's say the Powerball goes up to 300 million, you buy the ticket, you win it. Would you still be a truck driver?
Yeah. I think I'd truck till at least half of it was gone.
Because this is what you, I mean, if it's so much money that you don't need to drive no more,
Yeah.
you would still do it
I think so. I don't know anything else.
just to waste the time,
Yeah.
not being home.
Yeah, that's a big one right there.
Yeah. What do you do if, so you drive home in a minute, you go to Gatesville, it's another 3 hours, you come home, what do you do then? How do you spend your time while you're being home? You go fishing, you go...
Yeah, I got an 11-year-old boy that he loves fishing and hunting. He's good at it. So we'll go, probably in the morning we'll go fishing for a while. Get out of the truck. I gotta walk away from it every now and then.
To get your mindset to something else?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't live and breathe this stuff 24/7 all your life.
You can't?
No, I can't. You know, I know some people probably can. I gotta get out of it every now and then. Get my head back right. Do what I got to do.
And fishing is the best method for you? The best way to do it?
Man, if we lived close to the coast down there, I probably wouldn't ever drive again.
Hey, there you go. I just asked you, and now you say I would probably never drive again.
That's when the ELO come in.
So you need water, fish, and time.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more money. You can retire, buy a little cabin
Yeah.
at the river,
Yeah.
and try to catch a trout.
Shit, I go down there off the coast to try to catch a bull shark or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it offshore fishing. It's pretty good. Hoping to get a new boat here for them.
Okay, Warren, I want to thank you for this little interview that we just had, and I want to thank you for what you do for hauling the cattle, because maybe you don't realize, but you are very important for the economy, for the American economy, for the Texas economy.
Yeah.
Hauling cattle is one of the biggest things in Texas, I think, but one of the most or less respected things.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to say that I forgot to ask you?
Well, I'd like to say thank you to you, for one, for getting, putting us out on the road, showing the good side of this. There is a bad side, but for the most part, this, folks are pretty good. And just keep on keeping on.